So what do we got going on today? Well, we're getting ready to do a vodka run, or potato vodka, so we're getting ready to do that soon. But there was some changes I wanted to do to my bubble plate. We did make one modification so far, and we're getting ready to do one more modification. I think it'll make it just a little bit better. But I think it, well, let's start at the beginning where we started and what we're going to do. Does that make sense? Okay. But first things first. Welcome to Still Works and Brewing. My name is Randy, and this is the channel that's all about home distillation and brewing. But if there is something that you can do for us. Hey, if you get a chance, please subscribe to the channel. And if you did that, you might as well hit the notification bell. Share us with your friends, let everybody know. If you like what you see, please give us that thumbs up. It does make a big difference. And leave a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Alright, let's get started now. Okay, let me take this apart. That's our first step. This is very easy to take apart. And we'll show you where we started in our first modification, then we'll go on from there. This bubble plate was actually very inexpensive. Found it on where did I find it? I think it was on Amazon or something. One day I'd like to go up to a bigger size. I think a 3-inch. This is a 2-inch, and you'd be surprised how much bigger the 3-inch is versus the 2-inch. Okay, so the first thing I want to do, okay, when I originally bought the bubble plate, this is how it came. Alright, and then there was a lot of, not mystery, but it was comments going back and forth of, is this up or is this up? Okay, in the traditional bigger bubble plates where you have multiple bubble caps, this is what they call perforated plates. See all the holes? Okay. And I even called the manufacturer to make sure that I was doing it right. And according to the manufacturer, this was supposed to be up, just like so. Alright? Let me bring you in closer so you can see. Okay, so when I first got this plug, like I said, it was a lot of discussion if this was up or this was up. And I was even a little confused, so I even called the manufacturer and they said this is up. Okay. Now in the bigger bubble plates, you will have, let's say you got a 4 bubble plate cap, you have 3 like this up and then 1 called the downcomer. Okay, so but in this situation, let me take a screw out. What is supposed to happen is the liquid's supposed to build up. See them holes right there? See them holes right there? It's supposed to build up and then go down in them holes and then down. Okay? But what I was finding, that I guess with the vapors coming up through the perforated, it did not seem like it wanted to go too awful easily into them holes to go down. It wanted to help, the vapors wanted to push out these holes, so what it would do is it would weigh, you had to put enough energy into the column that it wanted to flood the plates or the plates would drain out. So the way a bubble plate is supposed to work is as the stuff's coming down, it interacts with what's going up, and more or less it helps knock the water loose, and then you get a more and more pure product coming out. Okay, so the first modification what I did was, it was very simple. I took a 1/2-inch cap, drilled a hole in it. If I did it right. Come on, if I can get my fingers to work. So, this was the first modification. I drilled a hole in a 1/2-inch cap, mounted it that way. Alright, so that as the distillate's coming down, it would start puddling up and it would build up this much, and then it would run over into the cap, and it seemed to drain a lot better going down while maintaining a nice puddle on top of the perforated plate to get a lot of good action going on. Okay, but the problem I had after that was, and I'll show you, just hold on. Okay, so after the first modification I made, I put this cap up on top of the perforated plate so that the liquid, the distillate would go in here and then come out the bottom. So, but here's the problem I ended up having. I'm going to do this little demonstration. Right? So say this is, the distillate coming down, is going into the cap. Okay, if you can see, it's coming out. It's coming out, and then it's following this. It's following this around to the bolt and then drops off. Well, the problem with that is, okay, so the problem with that is, this is the next bubble plate right down. It was coming off that bolt, going right into the cup of the next one down. Well, so we lost that interaction of the downcomer hitting the next plate down. You want the distillate to come down and start interacting with the bubbles coming up, so you can get that, help to knock that water loose. So, what I've seen other people do, and we're going to try it, is we're going to mount this here so the liquid comes down. It's going to hit this plate. I'm going to bend this down, and then it's going to run into the bubble area of the plate below it. So this is only 4 plates. We're only going to do 3 of them because the other one's going to go right back into the boiler. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I got this one cut out as a template. Let me drill a hole and we'll put this on the bubble plate, and then we'll do a little experiment to see if it actually works. Okay, but I'm sure it will. Okay, so let me get that hole drilled and we'll be back. Okay, so we got our new tab mounted on there. Let's see if it works. So it's going to fill up. See, look at that. It's going to spread the distillate to the outside. It's not coming down that bolt. Okay. Okay, so I feel that's going to work. To be inside there like that. So I think that's going to work. One way to find out is we're going to try it out. So what we'll be doing tomorrow, I believe, we will be distilling out our potato vodka. It is done fermented out. It was actually pretty fast ferment on that. So it's fermented out. We're ready to go with that. So tomorrow we're going to distill that out, and we're going to see how our new bubble designs on our bubble plate is going to work. Okay. So I just got 2 more of these to make. The hardest part is always the design, right? But I think that's going to work out pretty nice. And it's all copper. It's beautiful. Okay. Last thing I got to say. Hey, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time here on Still Works and Brewing. Cheers, everybody.